All right. So another rule change that went into effect that when it happened, we were all like, "Oh my goodness, why are they doing this?" But really, I don't think anybody's talked about it since. So I'm curious between you, Nick, and Chat, has banning the shift made any difference? Has there been an impact on the game, or is it kind of a lot of noise about nothing?
Um, I think it's made a difference in the optics of the game, like how the game looks. Because when you look at a baseball field, you're supposed to see your second baseman and your shortstop in the shortstop position. So optics,
Fair.
yes, right? Um, Average again, all-time low this year. So I mean, no. Essentially, it hasn't made any difference at all. And it's fine, right? But if you're looking at stats across the board, the shift wasn't necessarily the difference. Now, I will take we're not seeing any like David Ortiz bunts down the third baseline. Like those
Yeah.
have pretty much gone away, right? So I
Yeah.
mean, if that's what you're trying to get out of the game, you've gotten it out of the game. Um, so I mean, I just I don't think it's made a difference other than how it looks, I guess.
That's a fair point. I mean, it is. I think there's an optics aspect of it. I think there's probably some hitters that it's benefited, but
Yes, for
when I
sure.
look at the batting average trend, banning the shift hasn't changed that batting average trend. It continues to go down.
Mhm.
I think everybody wanted to blame the shift for some of the changes in batting average. I think the reality of it is that the hitting just hasn't caught up to the pitching, and the hitting approach is no longer about just getting the ball in play. It's about trying to hit it 700 feet with every swing.
Right.
And because of that, the shift was never going to make any difference. But I think MLB was trying to look at ways to improve the game, move it along, keep some offense. And I think this is an easy one to say, look, just go back to your regular position, stop these crazy shifts. Um, and that's why I think nobody's talking about it because it's no longer it's not a worthwhile conversation. It wasn't a problem before. Fixing it didn't solve any problems. Baseball just kind of made the change and here we go. But it's not the reason that batting averages were declining. It's not the reason that hitters were struggling. I think that is a change in the overall approach to the game. It's not the shift.
Yeah. I mean, it did make one difference. It got Joey Gallo out of the game.
I mean, it did.
But yeah, I'm with you. There's been no change, and it's approach at the plate, like you said. It has nothing to do with where guys are standing in the field. Listen, I don't care if you pull all nine fielders and put them in the infield. I don't. I really don't care. Like nine guys on the field's nine guys on the field. I don't care where you put them. Batting average is still going to be low.
Well, and I remember situations where you'd be in extra innings or whatever with guys on base, and you'd have, four people on the right hand side of the field, two on the left, and only one outfielder because the ball to the outfield didn't matter. You
Right.
would just stack the infield to keep a ball from getting through. Um,
Yeah.
you know, I do miss the ability to kind of define your strategy based on the hitter. And guys are still moving around a little bit. Like there's not like they're not still positioning them, but I do miss the days of being able to say, okay, like this guy does nothing but pull the ball to the right side. Well, let's stack the right side. Let's make
Right.
him do something else. Because what we learned is these guys can't do anything else. They've got one trick and that's it.
Hmm.
So I do miss the strategy it took away where you could play players that way if you want to take the risk of being so out of sorts. Because I feel like as many times as you took a hit away on the right hand side, because of massive holes in the left, they'd dunk a ball over there and steal a hit. I feel
Yeah.
like in the end it kind of came out to about the same. And I think what we're learning now is the shift because it was kind of always that. It was a sum zero game. It took some, it gave some.
Yep. Mike likes the shift band. David said no, and it's not right. Michael says it's a lot of noise signifying nothing, and that's pretty much
Fair.
where we're at. Matthew said,
Yeah,
I think the
agreed.
impact is minimal because of the modern approach to hitting, just like, Harrison agrees with you. If players choke up with two strikes and put the ball in play, you will see a bigger impact. I don't know what this choking up and putting the ball in play thing is you're saying, but it sounds like it could work. I don't really
Must
know what you're talking about, but
must be an old school thing.
yeah, I have no idea. I've never heard that. Chicks and casual fans love the long ball, and that's where it is, John Temple, right? Take your best softball swing and let's go. 250 is the
Yep.
new 300, and that's what it is. Curtis says, it hasn't changed anything. However, I love it being gone. I remember seeing Red Stockings games. They would do it most of the time. Yeah. Shifted all the time. I believe managers should be free to place fielders anywhere they want, learn to go the other way, and make them field in position. Yeah. I mean, you make these guys not have to shift by hitting to all fields. But again, when it's drop and drive and you're paying me $35 million a year to put it over the monster or the left field wall, you don't want me to just slap it to right field. You want me to drive in 3 on a drop and drive. So I get it, and Greg's with you on this aspect, Harrison. It feels like it took part of, the mental part of the game out, the strategy part, which I hate, but it is neutral for sure. And don't swing like it's 3-0 on every pitch is what I mean. Yeah, exactly. But that's the approach.
This would be the equivalent of the NFL telling defenses they can't stack one side of the field. If you know they're going to run to the left side, you still got to spread out. You can't stack the side of the field.
Right.
It's like, come on. If you know a guy's going to hit the ball 80% of the time to the right-hand side, why not stack that side of the field? And there is definitely strategy to it. And like I said, I feel like as many times as it takes something away, it gives something back because you'll leave other massive holes in place. I feel like everybody made a big deal out of the shift. It was killing left-handed hitters specifically. It was hurting the game. We took it out, and now nobody talks about it because it didn't make any difference. Guys still can't get base hits.
No. And let's face it, the shortstop starts right behind second base anyways. And by the time the ball's hit, he's already in the second base hole. So it essentially is still there to a degree. Right. But you're right. No one talks about it anymore. So
yeah, it was a big deal. Then it was just gone. And
yep. Mm-hmm. So
we'll see.
And we have talked about this, Matthew, as well. We have talked about at some point, the pendulum will start swinging back to contact, to base runners, to hit and run. We saw it with the Brewers a little bit last year. They had the most wins in the MLB because they played baseball. They played a different style of baseball. So they're kind of ahead of the curve there.